Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series 2021 Week 5. This is the full card predictions and the betting breakdown. Some really exciting prospects on this card. Potential 5-fight signing card. I really think we're going to get a lot of entertaining bouts, action-packed fights, and I really feel like we're getting some solid prospects. I'm excited to talk about every fight on the card. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I need at least 125 likes on this Dana White's Contender Series full card breakdown. It's after the weigh-in, so we will be pulling up some of the images of the fighters on the scales, talking about how they looked and see if that changes any of my thoughts. But let's get into the first fight of the night. Down at the bottom, Dagestani heavyweight Rizvan Kuniev takes on Edivan Santos. One thing I'll tell you, the competition level that Santos has fought against, honestly, not the best. You look 0-10, 1-13. I mean, rematching guys that he destroyed. He's fighting lower level guys. He's really built a nice record, 12-2. Stylistically, he's a pretty lanky prospect, 6'4". But that low-level competition, I feel like, really hurts him here against the Russian. He's a Muay Thai style of striker known for his athleticism. He's got pretty fast hands, and he's got a competent grappling game. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt is his rank at the moment, so we know he's going to be decent on the ground. But when you're dealing with a Dagestani fighter, things go very differently. Rizvan is a pretty nasty kickboxer. He's got a lot of skills. His kicks are very good. For a big guy, super light on his feet, fast movements, and he's comfortable out of both stances as well. He's going to attack the body with kicks. Definitely will do some damage here against Edivan Santos. I don't think he's going to fear the takedown of Santos. I think he's going to put a lot of pressure on him. Good boxing skill set, and really Rizvan can close the distance and mix it up well, even though he is a taller guy. I think he gets inside and really hurts Edivan Santos in this matchup. I think knockout win, first or second round. I'm leaning late first round knockout for Rizvan Kuniev to beat Edivan Santos. Win a big fight here, but let's check out how the fighters looked on the scales. There's Santos looking in great shape. There's Kuniev, a little bit of a height difference. Supposedly both 6'4", but it looks like potentially either Kuniev is 6'2.5", 6'3", or maybe Santos actually more like 6'5", 6'6". It's a good matchup though. I'm very excited to see it. I still think Kuniev has a different level. You look at the competition, there's a clear difference. The most recent fight, 11-4 fighter, he wins by stoppage. 6-4 fighter, wins by decision. 5-0 fighter, wins by a stoppage. Look at the last three here, 0-10, 1-13, 1-12. He's fighting low-level guys, and he will pay in this matchup. Kuniev wins by knockout in the first round. The line's very much agreeing. Minus 270 is Kuniev. Plus 299 is Santos. I don't think Santos has much of a shot. Kuniev wins by KO, TKO, plus 110. Could he potentially get a submission? It would be possible. It's not like he's not capable on the ground, plus 400. The inside, the distance for Kuniev is minus 185, so he's expected to win by a stoppage. I like Kuniev here. I do think he's a pretty lock of a straight bet. I think he's going to beat up Edivan Santos in this matchup. The next fight of the night, Lucas Almeida and Daniel Zellhuber. And this fight is at the lightweight division, 155. I'm super excited to see it. You have unbeaten lightweights, really hot prospect. Daniel is undefeated at 22, 11-0. That's a fantastic record. This kid is a serious prospect who we need to watch. Lucas Almeida is 12-0. He's 30. His last fight was a year and 8 months ago. On the opposite side, Daniel's fighting all the time. He's consistent. Stylistically, the matchup. Almeida is a pretty decent striker, Thai-esque style, really high volume, and he's aggressive with a lot of forward pressure in his attacks, really fast flurries inside of that close range. His grappling is actually pretty decent as well, good top pressure and control, all right takedowns. On the opposite side, though, Daniel Zellhuber, southpaw, dynamic with his kickboxing, excellent range management, long guy, 6'1" at that lightweight division is a pretty good height. Awesome straight punches, fast kicks. He'll throw explosive attacks at you. When he closes distance, he's super dangerous. He's dangerous from the outside. He's kind of dangerous anywhere striking, and he also starts super fast. He's athletic. He's been consistently fighting. I think he's going to put it on Lucas Almeida, and I think he'll stop him in the second round. I have knockout win. Daniel Zellhuber, KO TKO, round number 2. We'll look at the face-off here. Doesn't really change much. If anything, it'll give you more confidence in Daniel because he is clearly the bigger guy of the two. Love this matchup and love the potential for Daniel Zellhuber at just 22. Minus 163, plus 196. Let's check out the props. Zellhuber wins inside the distance, plus 100. I don't think he's going to win a decision. I think he'll win a second round knockout, plus 185. Or excuse me, I don't think he'll win a submission. Maybe he wins a decision and just outstrikes Almeida in a good battle. But plus 185 for the KO, TKO. Over 1.5 could be a casher, but it could be a potential risk because I think Zellhuber has that knockout ability. We really could hurt Łukasz Almeida and put him down with one strike. Loving this matchup. Loving the pick of Daniel Zellhuber. Should be an excellent fight. The second one of the night on this Contender Series card. I'm telling you guys, prospects on this card. Guys that we need to watch. I'm so excited for these matchups. Now, the featured bout of the night, Jeffery, friend of the channel, who was once on for an interview. Got to shout him out and give him some love. Takes on Caio Borralho in what I think is going to be a really difficult test for Jeffery. Jeffery's a pretty skilled kickboxer, but in this matchup, there's a level difference. The karate-esque style of Borralho and the technical precision that he brings with his striking is second to none, especially for a guy, 28, both 28 prospects, less than 10 fights. For Caio Borralho, he's got a ton of ability, and I really am excited to see when he fights Jeffery. You look at Jeffery, pressure forward style, trains alongside Sean Strickland, I know of. The kid's good. I think that he'll be able to probably land some takedowns. You look at his skill set in the tie clinch, he's very strong. A lot of forward pressure. I think he has to mix it up and bring the fight more towards clinch grappling, takedowns, try to wrestle. He's got a good gas tank, and if he keeps that high pace, maybe pressures Caio Borralho against the cage for certain portions of the fight, maybe not the whole fight, but a bit of it, I really think it'll be favorable for him. Potentially gets the fight on the ground, maybe can lock up a submission. Jeffery goes for it. On the other side, though, I will say he is fighting a ferocious striker. As I said, he's got that skilled karate-esque kickboxing style with serious power in all of his attacks. He's got a lot of speed, a little bit shorter, so height advantage to Jeffery, which is a factor. We'll pull up the face-off. Jeffery's shredded. His opponent, Borralho's in great shape. About the same height for both of them. Excellent matchup, both 28. For me, I have to ride with my man Jeffery, and that's not just because I've had personal interactions, but he's grinded his way back since losing to Brendan Allen in a fight he was doing well in. 4-fight winning streak. Look at that. He beat Petrovsky, who's in the UFC now. Beat Colin Huckbuddy, who was signed by the UFC. Jeffery win unanimous decision, and I think he definitely earns himself a contract here. Super excited for this fight, though. It's not easy. Borralho does have a chance. Let's look at the betting odds. Jeffery, very slight favorite, minus 120, near pick'ems. I wouldn't be shocked if the line shifts. Plus 135 for Borralho. Not going to be really touching too many of the props here. Over 2.5, minus 109. It could be a casher, but it could be a risky one. Jeffery wins a decision, plus 260. I think that's pretty possible here. Should be an excellent fight, and the best man will win. I think both have futures in the UFC, but now is the time of Jeffery at 28 years of age. Super excited for this Canadian prospect. The co-main event of the evening. The records are fantastic. It's Manuel Gaxhja versus Chris Duncan. Now, 24 years of age is Manuel, has not fought in over 2 years. Hadn't really fought all that high level of opponents, on his way up. But on the opposite side, you have a Bellator veteran. Look at that. Mateusz Piotrowski's, Imak Furtado. These names are very difficult to pronounce, but he's fighting in Bellator against decent guys. Look at the records of the guys he's fighting. They're capable. They're experienced. They have victories. There's a level difference of who they fought. Now, from what I've seen of Manuel, he's a pretty good grappler. Consistent with his takedowns, chain wrestling style of attack. When he gets on top, he's going to be difficult to get off. But that's against lower level competitions. His kickboxing, I'd say, is a decent skill set. But in this matchup, he is going to struggle. Chris Duncan is a hell of a striker. Really aggressive with a lot of forward pressure. That forward pressure style, I think, crumbles Manuel in this matchup. Powerful overhands by Chris Duncan. He'll go for the kill when his opponents are hurt. I think Manuel will try to wrestle early, potentially start gassing. He'll realize he's not going to be able to get too much control on Chris Duncan on the ground. If he gets him there, I think Duncan gets back up to his feet. I think he stuns him and puts him down. Second or third round knockout. Definitely finished by KO, TKO, inside the distance. Victory for Chris Duncan in this fight. What I think is a very exciting fight in the lightweight division. Hot prospect, and the odds are wide, very wide. But let's look at these two face off. There's Duncan, there's Manuel. Manuel's young, man. I think Duncan's going to be too much for him. Odds are very wide, minus 340, plus 336. Potential for a big underdog upset, maybe. Maybe there's been huge leaps and bounds from Manuel, but I haven't seen it, and I can't pick off hope. I'm picking off what I see, and I see Chris Duncan beating him. Duncan inside the distance, minus 145. Duncan KO TKO, minus 105. Excellent stuff. We're going for Chris Duncan. Stoppage victory. Looking forward to this one. Now, the main event. If you guys haven't yet smashed the hell out of that like button, need some good likes on this video. So smash it. Smash it. Smash it. If you're new, subscribe to the channel covering all things MMA. Tons of content here on the MMA Experts channel. You do not want to miss anything. If you're looking for UFC full card predictions, we got those as well. Make sure to check them out on the channel. Łukasz Sudolski versus Igor Poterya. I love this main event because it's heavyweight action between guys that the winner, I guess, per se, would be maybe expected to do some big things. Or, excuse me, light heavyweight action. Sorry, not heavyweight action. But bigger guys, light heavyweight division and heavyweight. Really, heavyweight's emerging right now. But I think light heavyweight needs some contenders. And this Polish fighter, Łukasz Sudolski, might be the guy they need. The stylistic matchup is going to be difficult because Igor Poterya does have some decent grappling. He's a fast starter with a lot of forward pressure. He's a strong guy, 6'3". He's not a small man. Let's look at the face-off here. He's in good shape, a little bit shorter though, so height disadvantage. And for me, that height disadvantage could be a pretty serious factor. The boxing skills of Poterya are nowhere near Łukasz Sudolski's. Sudolski mixes it up with the hands so well. Dangerous on the feet. This man can knock you out at any point. He controls range well, is solid straight punches, crisp, beautiful. I'm telling you, he touches that chin, he's going to hurt you. He likes to mix it up in close as well, and he does have some decent ground game, solid takedown defense, and top control. On the opposite side, what does Igor have for him? He's got a decent game. He's by no means a bad fighter. He definitely could land some potential strong blows, maybe some takedowns. I think he needs to potentially get this fight against the cage, but size difference will be a real factor here. He's not going to get Łukasz Sudolski to the ground. He is going to get ran over here. Łukasz Sudolski wins KO TKO, and I think first round. 19-2, 8-0, great records, but there's a level difference. Łukasz for the W. Let's check out the odds. They are wide, minus 198, plus 198. I like Łukasz Sudolski. Over 1.5, plus 104. Unfortunately, wasn't able to pick up like any strong dogs. I mean, the dogs with the best chance to win for me would be Manuel or potentially Almeida. But this fight, strong confidence, lock for the favorite here. Łukasz is going to run him over. KO TKO, plus 150. That would be the bet to play. I think that is a very high likely outcome. Overall, a pretty decent Contender Series card. I'd be cautious if you're going to be betting it. I like locks. Łukasz Sudolski. I really do like Kuniev to start, heavyweight fight, which, you know, one punch could change everything. And also Duncan. Granted, I'm confident in Jeffery. Daniel's young, but he's very dynamic. I'm confident in all the picks. Unfortunately, we didn't get like a strong dog that we could say, hey, go out and bet it now. But we have to go what we feel are the predictions. The right guy winning is what I'm going for. And I believe my picks will be correct here. Should be an excellent card. I hope you guys enjoyed the full card breakdown. Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And little final bonus thing, if you were going to do a parlay, for me, I'll go Sudolski, Chris Duncan would be a two-fighter parlay, and a less confident one you'd add Kuniev in. That would be my advice. Should be an excellent card either way. I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the likes, subscribe if you're new, and I really appreciate the support. Much love to all my people, and I will see you all in the next video.